live, ladies and
Freaking
gentlemen.
countdown on the
Let,
screen.
let me, like, since when are we professionals? This is how we all.
Can't find a G
I'm
spot.
striving to be a professional. Okay.
You
All right,
sure?
well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first podcast of 2023 for Game Set Live.
And I'm your host, KY Bob. And welcome to the first episode of Game Set Live for 2023. Our first episode with our new member, Noof Nukem. Boom, boom, kaboom. I don't do that justice. And our special
don't.
guest, Doom Cutie.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
It's
Number
going.
says,
Well,
and it's
that's a
live
start.
on time.
It just begun, actually. So yeah.
Oh, so some of the people on the show were telling me that this is going to be a dry week, and I don't know where you were looking at, Fabio, because I found a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but I got to do the got to go through the list here. Ultimus Gaming, what have you been playing this week?
What's up, my friend? I've been playing Minecraft. We all know that game, you know. Started
What?
playing a lot of my PC since I got COVID, and just been playing, just having lots of fun. Gotten back into that game. One of my favorites.
Really, COVID? Is that still a thing?
For one moment, I thought you were going to say, "Really, Minecraft?" Like it was.
No, Minecraft will always be a thing. It's got a special place.
Exactly.
Fabio, what games you been
Wait,
playing?
wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's with the side? Like, what? Are you sad to see me? Are you so
No, I'm
bored to
sad
have
that
me here?
Ultimus has been playing Minecraft with all these killer games that have come out here lately.
Fair enough.
You know what? I'm
Nothing
gonna
will
back
beat the
Optimus
king.
up. My Minecraft. I mean, it's one of the most
It's an
popular
ama-
games of all
No.
time.
It is
an
the
amazing game.
most popular game on the planet right now.
No, don't get me wrong. It is an amazing game. I'm just so surprised that when he's when Bob's going to ask me how I'm doing, and also he's like, and Fabio. Wow.
Because I was
I'm
that was
"Are you
my
damn
hope.
bored?"
That was my hope and a prayer that you had something better than Minecraft up your sleeve.
Ah, fair enough. Well, I've played a little bit of Halo Infinite's campaign on co-op and not on Legendary because I still want to finish Halo 2 Legendary, Halo 3 Legendary before going to Infinite. And I decided to replay Psychonauts, both games. And like, it's such a incredible game in my opinion. Like Tim Schafer is a genius when it comes to Psychonauts, to be honest.
Game of the year last year, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Game of the Year, but it
The year
was a
before,
contender.
not last year. The year before.
No. It was a contender, but not. It didn't win. The game that won Game of the Year on the previous year, not last year, but the one before was It Takes Two.
That's
Mm.
right.
It takes two.
But
is
yeah,
the
it's-
2021
Fabio
game
knows
of the
his
year.
stuff.
No,
Man,
I don't
Bob,
want.
what you up?
I'm just speculating. Don't kill you. I had no idea what I was talking about.
It Takes Two is the game,
Did I
the
get it
Game
right?
Awards Game of the Year for 2021.
Yes, that's the year Xbox will Publisher of the Year.
I just want to point out it should have been Psychonauts. Just want to.
You heard it here first.
Didn't
Heard it here
Psychonauts win the
first.
Xbox Game of the Year though?
I think it did.
It did. No,
Yes.
I believe it did.
It deserves. It deserves.
And then High on Life kind of
What?
Well, it was definitely a fun game, and it's been very popular. So High on Life, good good for it.
yeah. Mr. Bushido,
Yes.
what you been playing?
I've been playing. I was trying to play a little Scarlet Nexus because I knew it was going to leave from Game Pass, but it was on sale for $15. I just bought it. And so I haven't played any more since then, since I just bought it. But, okay. Appreciate it, Charlie. Thank you. Um,
Yeah, you're a little more poor than you were a few moments ago.
so I've been playing Octopath. I've been trying to knock some of that out, and a little bit of COD, of course.
Yeah, I try to stay away from COD. I get sucked in. The same as Fortnite, I just get sucked in, and that's
Yeah,
all.
play a little Fortnite this week too. I bought the season pass. I want to get all, so I'm gonna finish that off.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Geralt from The Witcher is on Fortnite.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fuck it. I'm going to start playing Fortnite. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, when I saw that too, I was the same way. I was like, well, I've been waiting for something to get on the season pass. So, sure enough,
Hold on.
Like the
Thimber,
only two-
there's an achievement for spending 18 hours in the Alien Strip Club.
well, yes and
Fortnite?
no. Just keep playing the game and you'll get it because I got it too. So,
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
actually sit in the virtual Alien Strip
No, I
Club.
thought you did. No.
Oh,
just
KY's
keep playing.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Just want to put
I
out
mean,
some-
Dude, I mean, I love the movie Total Recall. I'm totally one of those guys that would say this kind of makes me wish I had another hand.
Yeah, I did love Total Recall too. Not the remake either. It was okay, I guess. I mean, it was good because Kate Beckinsale was in it, so that's still gives it 3 stars just for her. So,
All right.
are you huffing
Noof
and puffing
Nukem?
about?
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Bob? Like, are you seem so
Yeah.
tired? What's going on? Are you sad to be recording? You want
No,
for
I'm a
one
little
of us to
sad.
be hosting?
No.
I sound like you had an attitude about Kate Beckinsale, though. That's what it sounded like to me.
Like,
No.
goddamn.
All
I
right.
just wanna. Here's the thing. Just wanna point out that it was your idea to do a show on the first week of the year. Okay, so yeah,
It doesn't matter to me.
it seems actually it does. It seems to be mattering because
I
we're
will do a
tired.
show. I'll do a show on my birthday. I don't care. I'll do a show on Christmas.
It's your birthday.
No
God
days off.
No days
That's
off.
right.
Seriously?
Like, it's your
No
birthday.
days
Wait,
off.
wait,
Like
You go from the
McDonald's.
strip club? That's where you would do it from? KY Bob?
No, I didn't agree with that. I need to have my
Well,
recess.
Because the show's on Thursdays, I would have to not do one on Thanksgiving. It's always
But you
on
would do it from
Thursday,
the
so.
strip club, though. That's kind of
I would,
weird.
yeah. I would pack the laptop up, and if I knew I was going to be out, and I knew I was going to be there, I just may have some extra guests.
I might call out on that show and watch it myself. But good.
Oh man,
Here we go again.
Mr. Bushido, were you finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay.
You said
Noof
Bush.
Nukem, what have you been playing?
Boom, boom, kaboom. It's Noof Nukem in the room. First of all, let me just say thank
That's
you.
like-
This is the inaugural episode as me as a, I guess, not just a guest personnel, but, Johnny on the spot. And yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to be a part of the panel and a part of the show. Looking forward to it. Great guest tonight as well. Obviously, having Deem Cutie here, no stranger to many of us. Yes, it's always great to have fantastic people come and join us. But anyway, what have I been playing? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. I've been playing some Fortnite, oddly enough. Yes, I decided to finally give this game a try, and I've been pleasantly surprised. It's actually a lot of fun.
Are you playing
doing pretty well? in it.
Are you playing the?
I'm playing no build. I will not play Lego blocks and get shot at the same time. That's not my jam. No build mode
Agreed.
is up my alley. I've been doing pretty well with the game. Lots of high finishes and lots of victory royales and stuff like that. So I seem to be doing well. I'm enjoying it. Fun. The new update, the Unreal 5 engine, looks really good on it. And outside of that, I've been still trudging through God of War Ragnarok. Hopefully, I'll be able to put that game to bed here pretty soon, so I can move on to some other great games in my backlog. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
All right. That man knows what he's talking about. I think he's done one. He's done a few of these before.
You sure?
Yeah, maybe. He
don't know.
definitely spit out what he's been doing faster and better than I'll do it.
Okay,
And
now it's a
To
race.
our
Do-
esteemed guest, Doom Cutie.
Hello.
and do consider this as a race, so you have to tell how you're doing, what you played before, as fast as Noof Nukem. Go on.
Oh my goodness.
And what you have for
I
dinner?
wouldn't try that. Wouldn't try it. I don't think she's up to it.
No.
What's the question?
What have you been doing? What you been playing? How you been
What
doing?
have I been doing?
What's the weather like in Australia?
It is
SA is
hot.
fast.
It's so hot, but it's summer, so what else can you expect? No, I've been great. I have been I've been jamming a lot of Fortnite. I know. It's yeah, sorry. I'm that person at the moment. I've also been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. My guild is doing a lot of the fresh content. I am I'm smashing down bosses with my guild. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if many of you are World of Warcraft or MMO aficionados, but if you are, Dragonflight is amazing. So definitely jump in if you get the opportunity.
Dragonflight.
Dragons. Do you like dragons, KY?
I love dragons.
My dick's been dragging on the floor for days.
I mean, come on now. I sat through every season.
No.
Are you talking about Dragon Ball Z when you say every season, or are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the other. Okay, all right. I was just thinking what you were thinking. Okay, all right.
But I sat through every season because they kept saying winter is coming and the dragons are coming. And so I kept showing
you
up
said
waiting
Game
to
of
see the
Thrones.
dragons.
Oh,
So we are
Foreign
going to
stars are
talk
coming.
about that. So we are going to talk about that HBO series that started really well and
Bobby,
ended
Bobby.
really
How did
shitty.
you shoot his helmet off and not kill him?
Come on, guys. It wasn't that bad.
Bobby, you know I'd have to do this. The only reason why Fabio didn't say anything because he was in the middle of talking. The only reason he didn't say anything.
That's why I love to record a podcast with Bush. Like he covers so well. For
Yeah,
me.
same. If I'm doing something, he sees it and he has to call it out too.
Exactly.
Wow, I can't believe that. And then
I
you
miss-
missed the second shot though.
I miss
You-
making a podcast with you, Bush. God damn it.
To do. Man, he was too clear. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, give you a chance. Rewind back like a minute. You see him hit the helmet off the guy. Guy looks around, dumbfounded. He misses the second shot. And finally hits him after the guy shoots back at him. And he still got shot though, but I'm just saying. You know.
he was just so surprised.
And then you gonna run through his pockets.
We're not here to critique gameplay.
I'm just wondering how those guns are attached. Like they're swinging around. Like,
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You
They
got
had Velcro in the 40s.
Velcro.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They invented Velcro as a matter of fact. Yeah. So
Is it
okay.
even?
Up, there's another guy coming up.
Are you going to hit it?
Yeah, it gets a little dicey.
What happens?
Shoot!
Oh my
What
God.
you waiting for?
I was waiting for the headshot.
That was better. That was better this time.
No, the best part is that he shot him in the chest, and then he showed up headshots. What?
It gets
Just because you're a
worse.
sniper, everything doesn't have to be a headshot.
Oh,
All right, the other part was better too. Okay, all right. Let's move on. I'm sorry. I just
So,
have to.
Noof, what have you been playing?
I already told you what I was playing.
I already told you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Was it
hey,
the
good
Deja
luck to
Vu
everyone.
podcast?
That's what it
What?
was. Doom. Dude,
Doom.
you mentioned the
It was
weather.
Doom.
It's
I said
really hot.
Fortnite, and I said he's playing God of War Ragnarok.
We should
Yeah, I'm
Doom.
about to start that this weekend. I have assigned a lot of time for it, so I'm going to be diving into that and hopefully
we should
getting
we,
that
we
done.
broke him. We broke Bob. There we go. We did it. We finally managed to do it.
Velcro in the
Oh man.
Back then, they only
Yes,
showered about
that's
once
correct.
every month, so stuff would just stick onto their bodies anyway.
Oh, God damn, it's so amazing. So amazing.
On that note,
Okay, I'm recovered now. I'm good. All right.
Very good.
To me,
Well done.
I have been. I love Sniper Elite, and apparently, if you listen to Mr. Bushido, I can't play Sniper Elite, but
Listen,
I'm
you don't have to
good
listen to me.
enough.
You could just watch the footage, but you know.
I'm good enough. I went through the. See this guy right here. See, I decided to let him live.
Oh, that was nice
so
of you.
benevolent
Yeah,
of you.
we'll get in a second.
I think that was a doll, not an actual person. So yeah,
Dog.
So yeah,
Oh,
I've
like
been
a
playing the game that
plastic
you
doll.
see on
Poor
screen.
thing.
This is the new DLC for Sniper Elite 5. It's called Conquerors. And yeah, you kill a bunch of Nazis. It's good fun. It's good family fun killing Nazis.
Good family fun.
It is. I've also been achievement hunting back in Vampire Survivors after the update and trying to find all the relics and last 31 minutes on every level. See, I've been trying to knock every one of them out so that I can focus for the next update and not have to go back and do everything like I'm doing now.
I didn't know you
Yeah.
were a completionist, Camo.
I'm not really, but
You an
games
achievement
that-
whore.
No, I'm not. Hey,
Wait, is that a term? Is that the right? The
It
it
is.
depends. Does it
It
pay well?
So wait a second. There's a really great YouTuber and a really great guy called Jihad Khalil. He is called the completionist. Should he change his YouTube channel as the achievement whore?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, you
damn.
should. Or like I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
you say his name was
I don't know,
Jihad?
Yeah.
Or
That's his
Jihad
actual
or
name,
Gerard.
but he's
Yeah,
called the
something like that.
completionist.
Yeah, he's a
That's what
really
he's known
he's
as.
awesome. He's awesome. He has an amazing YouTube channel, to be honest.
No, I make it up? I swear I didn't make it up. I've heard it somewhere. But it's like basically you will do anything for an achievement. Like
Like
anything.
Like the
Like, give me
Like
a
spend
reach
18
around.
hours in a strip club.
you go.
Look, he was like, I mean, if I just had to leave my
Not gonna live
computer
that one
on at
down
night,
then.
so
I'm pretty sure there's a scientific paper.
I prefer the term
Written by-
achievement hunter.
Yeah, like it's a scientific paper written by Doom Cutie saying the reality of achievement whores, and then she's going to discuss.
Mr. Bush,
See-
Charlie
see-
got his
see, the
money,
thing
and now
is-
TZ wants to know where his is.
The thing
See,
is, I am
I told
not.
PZ it was
I'm
in the
not one
mail.
of those.
I just told him in that thread, I put it in the mail already. Tell him to take it up with the U.S. government and you know the postal service.
I'm sorry, you were speaking, Miss Doom.
I was saying that I am not an achievement hunter, and sometimes I get a bit of hate because of that. Because I'm not a hardcore gamer. I don't really care about getting or collecting all the things.
Well, okay, so I'm not really an achievement hunter, but if you've played Vampire Survivors,
I have
so you know that
on
every
PC, not on
achievement-
Xbox.
Well, every achievement you get in Vampire Survivors is part of you getting further into the game. And so I know when I get an achievement, I was like, hey, I did something I haven't done. I'm getting further in the game, and more things open up. And I still haven't beat Death. I still haven't been able to kill Death. You know, the guy that shows up at the 31-minute mark. And I know there's a couple of the weapons that I have to get evolved in order to be able to beat him. And I've just been playing the hell out of it, trying to find those evolutions, and I haven't got them yet.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Is this a secret for real life as well? Is this how we do?
Yes, if you cheat death,
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
special achievement.
You just wait for 80 years old and then you level up enough and get some weapons and then you
right.
cheat it? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm almost there. Look at all this. This is experience points right here. Yeah.
And let's not turn
Not
this
bad, Bob.
chat into jokes against Bushido and his age. I'm seeing this in real time, and
Wait.
Oh, I meant to, Bushido. Thank you for reminding me. I noticed that you changed your Twitter pic. Is that you?
Yeah.
yes, that is me. Yes,
Oh,
Every
Did
now
you
and
get?
then I'll
Did you
do a
get that?
picture of you.
What's that app where you like get the
Yeah,
computer
yep.
to draw pictures of yourself?
Yep.
Is that you? Did you? Is
Yep.
that an actual knife? Did you have to put a knife in your mouth for that one?
I had to put an actual knife in my mouth.
Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
wait
katana,
a second.
katana.
You're
Knife
not
in the
a
mouth.
natural-
Did you go like full Pirates of the Caribbean for a photo?
I mean, are you actually not a samurai? Seriously?
I'm maybe.
Okay.
I may be.
you
All right.
lied to us for
I haven't
such a
did it.
long
I
time.
haven't done a 23andMe yet, but I'm assuming yes.
I'm
But
so
I
disappointed.
identify as samurai. So
I'm so disappointed.
Shout out.
in you right now.
Shout out to everybody that is in our chat. We've got TZ Thember. You are our number one chatter. He's always here, so dedicated. TZ's here. Let's see. Charlie Hustle. Shout out to you. Jedi Knight Peter stopping by. Shout out. Macbound. Lots and lots of good people in the chat. I'm excited. Tell a buddy or two. Like,
Besides-
share, subscribe.
Besides
We're gonna
two
get
of you, lots of good people. No, just kidding.
okay.
Just messing with you.
We're gonna get into the topics. We spent 20 minutes on intros. Wow.
that's on the
You
host.
can't
though.
pin that one on me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's on the host.
Noob didn't even say anything. I was
Yeah.
surprised.
I blame it on the host.
I'm moving on
Alright,
Fabio.
so-
I feel like I've been in an AA meeting here for the last 20 minutes.
That's what, he said that on my
What is your-
stream.
what is your problem?
My name is Ultimus, and I have a problem with achievements.
Hello.
And
Hello.
Boba Fett Gaming. Shout out to Boba Fett Gaming. It's
Baba.
always great to see you.
My man Baba.
So our first topic, I'm going to direct it at our guest because she is known far and wide for her controller picks and tweets on Twitter. All of her
Mhm.
controllers.
All
This
16 of them, yes.
Yes, there's a lot. Well, you can add another one to your wish list because Asus ROG Republic of Gamers is making their own Xbox Series X/S remote, and it will have a 1.3 inch OLED screen on it. Don't
I
know
have seen
what
that.
I don't know what that screen's going to do for you. It's only
That's what I said.
inch and a half, but it seems to be borrowing a lot of things from the brain fart. The Elite controller. It seems to be borrowing a lot of things from Elite controller. It's got 4 back paddle buttons. Everything else on it's programmable. Would that be something you're interested in?
Yes. Yes, I would love to test that out. I don't know I don't know how the screen is actually going to be integrated into games. The only thing I could possibly think that it would do is potentially show chat or show your achievements. The little achievement unlocked bar. It might have that on it. Outside of
Yep.
that, I'm not really sure.
I think
That's
it's honestly
possible.
I think it's honestly just statics. But yeah.
I don't
Aesthetics.
know. That was to put an OLED for aesthetic. I don't know.
Yeah,
dude,
like
So
I gotta give it to you because I tried to sit and think of what it could be for, and you came up right off the bat that I was like, I didn't think of that. So I had to.
So what if you turned on your achievement tracker and the console saw that you were using that controller instead of the achievement tracker being in the corner of your screen, it was on your controller? Because your achievement tracker only shows you your 3 closest achievements that you're
Yeah.
close to getting.
Yeah, potentially it could have that. I have a feeling it's going to interact with the either party chat or your achievements,
I'm sorry.
something like that.
So I read them in the chat. I'm sorry.
I mean, they could borrow a page out of Sony's book. You could rub it or blow into it.
Oh my god!
Oh my
I remember
God,
I played
really?
when I got my PS5 and I played that. Oh gosh, what's it called? You know, that little game you play at the beginning where they're sort of displaying the DualSense, and then
Where you're the
you
little
go
robot.
through and it's got all you're a little robot and you go through the history
Astrobot?
of
Astro?
PlayStation.
Astrobot.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. That was fun and cute. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
it was a good game. It was cute. But yeah, I don't know about blowing on a controller. A bit weird.
You may have to send it out though to get some graphics put on it.
It's
because you don't
official
seem to
that
have-
the Sony PlayStation 5 controllers are now the most germ-infected controllers in the universe.
Hey, when was the
Yes.
last time you all disinfected your controller?
What?
Have you ever disinfected your controller?
Yeah, I have before.
Yes, I
but
use
not
sanitary
recently.
wipes all the time.
So
I'm not going to ask. Right. I have a couple things I
Put
can add
your
to that.
wipes out.
And I'm
Like
not doing
that.
it right now.
There we go. Love
We
that.
just got here, so I'm going to let it go. Probably that
Never
controller
Disinfected.
un-
All taken care of.
okay, so the moment I get to disinfect my controllers is when I get to just throw them in the trash, and that's the only
No, that was
moment.
the alcohol wipe that went in the
Do
trash.
you eat cheesies and stuff while you're playing your controller? Because there's nothing
no.
fucking grosser than
No.
playing
No.
with a dirty ass,
No.
greasy controller.
Agreed.
Please don't say you do.
No. I never.
No, I don't bring any of that back
No.
here into the study.
Oh no,
Remember
man!
back
You
in the
poured
day
them
when
out.
McDonald's used to have the old N64s inside of restaurants, and you'd walk
Oh.
up to them and you're like, "Oh, I ain't
I
touching
remember
that
that.
thing."
Remember
When
that?
was that a thing?
Oh my God, really?
Ah,
When my kids were little, they used to have those N64s in the McDonald's, and
ah.
yeah.
They didn't do that in Kentucky. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
There was no console. We had Funland. That's all we had.
It was like a
Yeah,
hayride
where
or
I live.
something.
No, it consisted. It was supposed to be a playground inside the restaurant, but it only
Made of
consisted of
hay?
a seesaw and monkey bars. That's all it was.
Oh, okay. Made of hay?
going back to the controller, how much do you think it's going to cost?
A lot.
Or how much would you
Looking
pay
at
for it?
it with
It
the
just depends on what that OLED
screen
does.
and
Well,
it's already using regular controller technology. With the screen added in that, plus the elite features, we could be looking
I would
$150
guess
to
that-
$200.
I would guess like 2 kidneys and one.
Holy
Both?
crap!
Well, the screen is going to be limited to custom images, animations, or battery life. That's all it provides. From official ASUS website.
Teasy the goat in the chat is going far, and he's going
$299.
at $299.
God damn it!
Damn.
Like a series.
American?
I could get a Series S with that.
God damn.
Yeah, how about
I
that?
think that's a
Yep.
lot.
You just broke Fabio's heart because I don't know what that is in Brazilian reais, but he's not
Right?
getting it.
They're yeah, like that's 2,500 Brazilian reais.
That's right. 3 months income on a controller.
Hold on, I need to do the conversion on that. What,
So,
299
$300?
USD to AU? $450. No way. I could. Yeah,
No,
that's
won't be that
more.
much.
That's more than a Series S.
That's as much as a Series X.
It depends on the amount
crazy.
of taxes that your country ends up putting in it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said
That's
I was
true.
disabled, not stupid. Damn it!
Oh, I gotta put that one up. I haven't seen it. The PlayStation has an adaptive controller and it looks like a
Oh,
Trivial
yes.
Pursuit button pad.
So they've now got some accessibility peripherals available for PlayStation, and people have compared it to the Millennium Falcon, things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. So
I saw it.
That's
I mean,
I didn't know
yeah.
Star Trek was coming into your house, but it is.
oh yes.
I think they just tried to put it all into the one controller, with obviously the different. Is it a joystick? I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Top it off, it's not even
New
wireless.
fist silent.
I mean, it's
Um,
great
Yeah.
that they have an adaptive controller.
Yeah,
Not to say that it doesn't look weird.
it looks weird, but in saying that, all of the Xbox stuff is singular. I don't think they don't just have one unit where it sort of adapts to everyone or most or
Yeah.
thing, you mean?
Xbox
yeah.
adaptive
So I
controller
think that's.
is
I just want to know how it's going to actually implement in in the accessibility options in games. Like
I
that's
don't
what
think.
I want to know. Are they trying? See, Xbox is tries to do it from the inside out, not the outside in. So it seems it seems like they're trying to have their controller
See?
fit all games rather than
Ask
trying
for the
to
top spot
implement
again.
rather than trying to implement features in the game like on a developer level,
Mhm.
like Xbox does.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
can.
that might be hard.
I think.
But
I
like,
don't know.
to
I
be
mean, I hope it goes well. Like when we all game, we all win, right? So
like I
Right.
gotta be
Yeah,
honest with you.
exactly.
When
More people, more gamers. That's the great
Like
part.
Right.
yeah. So
I don't think necessarily this feature is going to be adapted for accessibility. It would be great for it, but
Right.
take into consideration that we are talking about a collector's item. I don't think that will be the case for that. It's just like the original Xbox controller edition for the Xbox One, the Series X, and the Series S. Do you remember those? The
Right.
Duke?
Yeah, those, yeah.
Like,
mm,
I don't
hmm
think they have an accessibility feature for that controller because it's a collector's item. I don't think
It's a
that
good
can.
point.
Right.
So, what do you guys think? I think they
But
are not going to bother.
no, I don't think so
No.
either because you
No, me
already
neither.
have enough. Put it this way, you don't want to put out a third party controller that developers have to develop specifically for it,
Agreed.
unless it was something was a first party and something that you
Yes.
can implement
Yeah,
yourself.
I agree. First party will take advantage of that, but they need
Right,
to make it easy for third party and indie
right,
to just a quick program transition done that you
right,
don't need to specifically have to go back and redo things for that controller.
right,
And that's what made the Xbox's adaptive so easy was that like you could just program the buttons. It was simple and it was for whatever the person needed, and then they could add extra buttons as they wanted. It was
right.
perfect, simple. And that's what they need to do with this, or it's going to be a problem.
It would be nice though.
No, it will be great actually. It's just
look,
like
I think
Phoebe
we've
said.
come so far. We've come so far with peripherals. It's honestly it's good to
Yeah.
see.
PlayStation's
Yeah,
put a
yeah,
lot of time and effort towards people that have visual problems playing and making that easier for them. And so if they can make this controller work, that'll be an even better step in that direction. You
I
know,
agree.
more people play, we all have fun. That is
Sure.
the best part about it. So as long as it'll work great for everyone and it's easy for developers to work with, I'm glad to hear it.
For sure.
I just want to know what Noof Nukem's disability is.
What the?
that's personal,
Uh,
Bobby.
I got
He said he was
it.
They
disabled,
just
not
got on the
stupid.
show.
no,
Are you asking for a social security number?
God damn.
You talking about you, buddy?
Man, just got here. Man, let him warm up.
All
a little
right.
bit.
Wait, Bob. Is this how you treat your new member?
I've got a very big bum. It's my disability. It doesn't fit in many chairs. Do you got a problem with people with big assholes?
You sound like one of those cartoons from the 80s.
No, I don't.
Oh, Beavis and Butthead. Anyway, moving on.
I bet you got to use you have to use a fabric chair. You can't do a leather or a pleather chair because you probably stick
Well,
to
the
it like a
best thing
suction
about
cup.
the
No,
fabric
see-
chair, you fart and it sticks around.
No, he carries around that donut.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
All right, next topic. Anybody like zombie games?
Yes,
sometimes.
Yes.
Heard of one called The Day Before?
yes, I have.
It got
Before what?
it got its official
Very.
gameplay reveal.
Very impressed. It was looking great.
Yes.
Now it was a short clip, but it was put out by in partnership with NVIDIA, and it's supposed to be showing some of their newer ray tracing technology. So we won't see that on Series X and S. Just throwing it out there, but it is coming to the X and the S eventually. But it'll hit PC first. Hopefully, PC Game Pass, so that I can play it, get leveled up before. That way, I can guide the masses and the fauna through the game. My console brothers and sisters,
Uh-huh.
Follow me. I'm level 237.
I'm level
But yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it
Level 1.
before. I was pretty stoked for it. I thought it looked really good, but that was in a lower visuals, I guess you could say, since they were still working on the game. But seeing it on RTX looked really freaking good.
I will
Nvidia
see.
is
I'll carry you.
definitely pushing the industry forward with ray tracing. I can definitely say that about them. It was a very, very beautiful images and gameplay.
Ray
Here's
tracing
a
is just
Yeah,
so
it
freaking
looks great.
taxing. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not. I get scared. Honestly, I get scared. Like I don't like scary movies or scary games. Like I can do thrillers, but yeah, I'm just
Yeah, so the
I'm
zombie game
terrible
might.
at stealthing. I'm terrible at stealthing, and I just anyway, it's probably just practice. Maybe if I was supervised or it was in a
I
group
don't know if it
setting,
was I
sure.
don't know if it's so much stealth. I guess it reminds me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. If you look at the gameplay and the viewpoint, it almost feels like the
Days Gone.
a little that and well, see, you got more of, yeah, I guess you could say that but I was thinking of Division, but you're right though. No,
Yeah.
you're right though. Yeah, I was thinking
It-
more like Division, especially when you're playing co-op.
Yeah, that felt to me like a Days Gone style, and I loved Days Gone, so I was happy. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, that's still in my
It is
backlog.
a lot like the Division, for multiplayer gameplay as well, which would be nice. Can't wait for that to come out and then soon enough and play with all my buds. Especially some of my panelists here, so that'll be nice. But very
Maybe-
impressive.
So as far as our guest Doom Cutie goes, maybe it'll have a Count of Mortophobia mode.
Hey, I played Grounded
Count-
with the arachnophobia settings on. So this
Yeah.
is the vibe we're going
Did
for. So
you?
maybe they can have a setting. Yeah, I
Beauty.
did.
We know, Cutie. Me and Bob played with you that day.
Yeah, I do. I remember. And you left me to die. You
Yes.
left
That
me
sounds
to
like a
die.
Bobby move.
No.
Let me guess. He left you to die wounded,
No,
and he puts
no,
Fabio down. That way, it could slow whatever was chasing you guys.
no,
Slow it down
others-
for him to get away.
Okay,
no, here's the thing.
okay. If it's a lost battle, then you got to save yourself.
Let me make it clear. Let me make it clear. We didn't leave you to die. I left you to die.
Well, then he had a right to throw Fabio at him.
Thank you for jumping on the grenade, Fabio.
Oh man, we quit
You
the
know-
Fabio. He's like, okay, now I see how it is.
There's no
Noof,
we in that situation.
So
Noof,
maybe,
do you play zombie
if
games?
Yeah, but I'm not really like they've kind of burned a few bridges with me. Like it's I love them a lot, especially during the Left 4 Dead series. Is still probably two of my most favorite zombie games ever.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed Dead Rising 3 quite a bit.
Fair enough.
Dead Rising 4 was a bit
Classic.
of a disappointment. And after that, I couldn't get into the State of Decay games. I always hated the Call of Duty Zombies modes. Now, State of Decay is too much going on with that game, and just I didn't find it fun. Plus, it controlled a bit wonky for me. What else? I don't know. Like, and even the latest one, which I got excited for, that Back for Blood, because obviously being made from some of the former developers of Left 4 Dead, was a disappointment because while they nailed a lot of the core elements, like the play control and the graphics were decent and all that sort of stuff, but then he started adding too much grind. It wasn't about just playing the game with your buddies and having fun and dying and repeating and going back. It was all about grinding and trying to get enough weapons and enough perks and different things to basically move forward. And I just felt you were just dying and repeating and dying and repeating, and it was like it was unnecessarily complicated. And you know what I mean? Like when you don't get the sense of accomplishment after a certain period of time, you just kind of want to move on. It's like, nah, this is not fun. I don't want to play that same level for the 300th time and die in the same spots. You know what I mean? Like it just gets
Yeah.
stupid, right?
It
So
felt, it
No, I
felt like
give it to
that.
them. The expansion was good though.
Yeah.
Their expansion is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So, there's just stuff like that. And I don't know if you call it a zombie game, but I mean, hands down, I mean, The Last of Us on the PlayStation is epic. I mean, it kind of sort of is in that sense, but the living undead or the deformed or whatever the frig you want to call them. But like that game has this great atmosphere, enemies that you don't forget because they don't overdo them, and they're not filling the screen with 500 of them, but they make the ones
Yeah.
you do fight, they make them memorable, and they make them sort of like like edgy, you know what I mean? So again, it's a great zombie game with a great story. Everybody has their own thing that they really like. I like Dead Rising 3 a lot because that was just, they took a lot of the things that you like about zombies, but they just kind of made the game really fun, and being able to play that game with your buddies, and basically go around and beat to death zombies with a bunch of mechanical dildo guns. That was kind of hilarious. So there you go.
Yeah, Dead Rising 3.
No mention of that island, really.
Dead Island was Dead
Yeah.
Island was good. Dead Island, like I didn't like the Dying Light games, not very much. I'd rather play Dead Island than Dying Light, to be honest with you.
I like both.
I'm looking forward to the new Dead Island. Was it Dead Island 3? Is it 3?
I
Or
forgot
2?
what it's called.
It feels like 3 because it's been 10 years. but
Well, it was
no,
Dead
it's-
Island,
Been
and
a
Dead
long
Island
time.
something Paradise, and that was
Yeah.
Dead Island 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're looking
Yeah.
forward to the new one.
Don't forget about the
Sounds-
World War Z. That was World War Z was the shot. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Little-
it in a nutshell for
World
me.
War Z actually took a lot of the air out of Days Gone, because remember when we were seeing the gameplay trailers for Days Gone right before it came out. You were seeing these, like, what we
Massive
at the time
hordes.
thought were massive hordes, and then
Yeah.
and World War Z dropped, like, I think it was like a week before it.
It says
Before
hold
Days
my
Gone.
beer, and it goes into it. And-
Yeah, it says "Hold my beer," and you were like, "Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
lot
the
World
of
War,
ground
Z,
also
World War Z had a
freaking-
lot
yeah.
more. I mean, Days Gone, just like what they showed off compared to launch was a bit more lackluster as well. They showed off like all these cool things, and they're just absent, which was sad.
Yeah. It was
Sometimes I
Still
wonder.
a great game, but like, you
Yeah.
show. I hate that false advertising. You show us this, and then it's gone. So,
Right.
Still a great game either way.
Doom. Do you play zombie games?
She
Not
said she's
really,
scared.
no.
Not at all.
Scared.
No games at all. Like, not even that
Resident
Rising. Resident Evil, god damn it.
I did.
What?
Oh, I didn't even think of Resident Evil. My favorite series.
I have attempted to play Resident Evil.
8, 7,
2, 3.
4.
5, 6, 7.
The
I know,
4
I know.
remakes right around the corner.
As you can
Yes.
see,
I know.
Reserve day one
It's
pre-order
And
right
the
there.
thing is, and you know what? Graphics are getting so much better, so everything is just getting more realistic and scary, and it's making me want to play them less.
I'll say this about
I got
RE2.
you.
I had a heart attack once or twice in that game. Like that game really got me.
Which one was that? Ultimate? I hear you.
RE2.
Gotcha.
The
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Oh, the remake?
the remake was fun, but like there are moments that are like just my anxiety.
No,
Like,
I got one
it
better
got
for
you
you.
on that.
Resident Evil 7. When you play that one really puts you into that fear mode with the first person mode. A lot of people complain
Uh-huh.
about it because they thought the whole series was going that way. But I'm gonna tell you now, I watched Cole Eastwood's stream, and I forgot it was me and somebody else was watching that one, and so we're watching it, and there's a scene where I forgot the girlfriend's name,
Yeah.
but she all of
Everyone
a sudden,
did.
yeah, she pops up out of nowhere, but she pops up like she's getting up off the ground,
Mhm.
and Cole goes, "Ugh." Man,
Screamed like a little girl.
I laughed my tail off when I saw that, and he just was. You could hear, you
Yeah.
could tell he was that nervous talk, like, "Oh my gosh, she scared the life out of me," and but I will admit,
Well,
that game did give you that vibe because it was
That
first
was-
person. mode.
yeah, that was the same game. That was the other one that gave me a heart attack. Like she comes out of nowhere and it's
Nowhere.
just a surprise, and you're just like,
Yes.
oh, you're like, ah, it's the same thing with the other characters. It's just out of nowhere. You're not expecting it, and then especially if you're
Yeah.
playing in a dark room, your anxiety's up because
Yeah.
you know it's gonna come
it was
eventually,
super
and it's
dark.
just, and you
That
yeah,
was
you
the
mix,
other thing.
you mix them both together, and your anxiety is up there.
Yep.
With
Yep.
RE8, they had a couple of moments, but it was not that same feeling. It wasn't It wasn't that same
You
feeling.
didn't
Well,
feel
I
it?
mean, you start off the
Oh,
first part of RE8, you're outside, and it took on a different life of its own. It was still great, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just different. Whereas that first game, like the Resident Evil 7, like again, turning that view upside down and then being sort of in that claustrophobic environment of being in that really tight knit house,
Yep.
and then you
Dark.
had these people sort of just chasing you around like real psychotic, crazy people. And then having to go down in like the basement of the cellar and shit, and you're like crawling and it's dark, and you know what I mean. It was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that shit definitely up
And
the
then-
old heart level, that's for sure.
And then if you even if you go outside, it's dark, it's rainy, and you can't go anywhere. It's like you're having fun already that night.
I can't.
but yeah.
So are you saying that one of my New Year's resolutions or one of my gaming goals this year should be to play a zombie game?
Yes,
Want to
I
play a
would.
horror
I would.
game.
I would tune in for
Alright.
stream for that. Yes.
Just to be nice, we should make you play RE8 because I don't think you'll like RE7.
No. She would love
No.
RE7. A lot slower.
Better yet, turn the lights down low
No.
and live stream yourself playing
No.
Facade.
The biggest
Oh,
mistake is playing with headphones on. That's the biggest
would need-
mistake.
Mm.
oh yeah,
I need
that's
to
the
get one
huge
of those.
mistake.
You know how you can have your heart rate on the screen.
Right. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can.
you
You
haven't-
link it. to
Let me
your
just say, if you
smartwatch.
haven't played these games on VR, holy man, they take on a whole new life.
Okay,
No,
good example of that in a minute.
Jesus
Mm-mm.
fucking Christ.
Yeah,
I
so
would- Oh,
Jumi,
So
tell
the-
me. Listen, I'll wait to the end of the show for your answer, but please consider.
We're not
so
I will take
This
it under
is not a-
consideration. For sure.
Yes,
Thank you for the
yes.
encouragement.
This is not a democracy. This is a
We'll be there to
dictator
hold your hand
going to be doing that.
virtually.
I'm glad you mentioned VR though, because we got PSVR 2 coming soon.
Mm.
Got mine pre-ordered. Boom.
Got
There we go.
PSVR 2.
Oh,
Is this the way? Is this the way we're going to the next topic? Is this how we are?
Hey,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
very
it was a
good
good
segue.
mention. It's a good
Bravo.
topic. It's a good topic, and there's a lot to talk about. So we can let's go into that.
Smooth
how do
transition.
you guys
Pretty s-
feel about PlayStation actually providing an upgrade to Gran Turismo
That's
as
awesome.
part of VR?
They did something for their own customer base without charging.
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel
That'd be
like-
nice.
I didn't know they did that, but like if they actually did it, that's great because it's not a platform that sells really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not as popular as the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5 and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if they are doing that, it means that they're trying to say we care about you. I know it doesn't seem so, but we care about you.
Yeah,
we
I
care
had
about the
talked
money.
about
I mean,
this.
you.
I talked about this on a thread earlier. This guy was talking about how VR was this big, wasn't a niche thing, and it was this big part of the industry. And I went after him, and I just said the truth. And the truth is, VR is 5% of the entire industry, 4 to 5%,
Mm.
and it is growing. But it is still a smaller part of the industry. So you're gonna have to push more people to play it. Myself, I don't enjoy current VR. I just motion sickness and all that. I've worked with it when I did some dev when I was learning to develop in a couple of things. I did a couple of classes on that, and we worked with that. And it was, I just get so motion sick even if I am standing. That's just, and there's a lot of people like that just can't do it. So I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna grow, but I don't think it's gonna become as big as everybody's gonna say. I don't think it's gonna be Ready Player One type
Mhm.
thing. I think it's still going to be a smaller part of the industry, but I'm glad that they're going to continue it. I'm glad they're going to support their customers, and that'll be nice moving forward. But it's
Well,
not
I've-
going to be. I don't think everybody's going to be doing that.
I
in the
think
future.
I've
PSVR
never
2
had a
will be a big
VR
push forward.
experience outside of an Oculus, so I've never had a bad VR experience. So
Yeah.
maybe
I mean, but
some
when
of the others are not as
But-
good.
Some of the others are. I mean, it just depends on the game. I noticed like some games I'll do fine, but others I'll have problems. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's graphics, maybe it's how I felt that day. But when I am in a good mood to play it, when I can play it without a problem, like especially like there's Five Nights at Freddy's, the classic series. Everyone has heard of that.
Okay.
I've played the VR with that, and that can be horrific when you have those
Don't
guys
do
running
that.
at your
Don't
face.
don't don't do that to yourself, Ultimates. That's
Hey,
don't
I'm
do
just
that.
bringing up an example of one of the ways that VR can be scary.
When
And that
I
is, you know,
saw my grandkids playing that, I was like, "Why do you guys like this game?" Because like it's scary. I was like, "No, it's not." But okay,
I
I
mean,
guess it's for
the
those who have
series
like
has gotten more scary since then. It went from a small game to now a big open world game. Well, it's kind of open, but yeah. So still a good solid
Yeah.
series. I enjoy it, but again,
It's
I'm
like
I'm
getting
going to be
stuck at
honest. I watch my
for me.
kids play it, and I'm just like, "Pfft, okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's like usually getting stuck at Disney World at night and it's just
Paranormal
like
Activity on a PSVR. Holy shit!
For
no,
those
it's
that are old
basically getting
enough
stuck at
to
Chuck E. Cheese.
the Chuck E. Cheese,
True.
there you go.
That's exactly what he designed.
It is,
That's
yeah.
exactly what they created it off of.
Yeah, that's right.
So Phil Spencer is going to be receiving a Legend Award at the 12th annual New York Award this month.
Congratulations, Phil.
Yeah.
It's great for
Well
Phil. He earned it.
Is that? I mean, I don't know. Is that a big deal? Is that like a big award or?
It's a pretty big
Well,
award
Is it?
Is it? Like,
for what it is.
I
It's
mean,
a
I'm
pretty,
not
you know.
doubting
Not
you,
the
but,
size,
you know.
not the size of the award,
I'm
but
just
as
kidding.
in it's pretty.
Yeah, like
I
it's
think-
importance. It's importance, and for what it is for the industry,
This guy.
it is.
So
For
for
the-
those
for the
that
industry.
don't
Okay.
know, I'm reading it right now. It says the New York Video Game Critics Circle will host the 12th edition of the annual New York Game Awards at the SBA Theater in Manhattan on January 17th. This event will honor video games and people related to this community for their remarkable performance in 2022. Further, the former Nintendo of America boss Reggie, he will host the event. Reggie will be hosting it.
And some other big guys that we know in the industry, like Todd Howard and Hideo Kojima, have been recipients of this award. So
Oh,
it
there you
is
go.
it is a prestigious honor, and it's a good and it's an award, and I think Phil deserves it. I think his time in the industry and just showing he cares about gamers, you know, I think that he's the right person to get the award.
So, what I find kind of condescending about that whole statement that I just read was it's the Legend Award for what he's done in 2022. What has Xbox done in 2022? I mean,
Game
other than grow
Pass.
Game Pass.
Activision Blizzard. I don't know.
I don't. Maybe it's for last year. Mm.
I mean,
Well, it is a lifetime achievement kind of deal, isn't it?
it is more like looking at your lifetime, and
Yeah.
Phil over lifetime. Phil has done a lot in the industry and
Mm-hmm.
basically
agree.
made Xbox continue. I mean, without him,
Yes.
we would all be on
Mhm.
PlayStations right now. So
Speak for
And-
yourself.
Speak for yourself. Like PlayStation here is quite expensive in Brazil. So yeah.
you know, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you have that option. Xbox is out there, and he's the one that
No,
made it
you're
keep
right.
going. And our favorite series is just keep
Yes.
going. Not gonna mention Halo, but yeah, it's
Ain't nothing
overall
wrong
he
with
saved
Halo.
it,
All
and,
you Halo
and Phil
haters
has
out there.
continued.
All you Halo haters out there, I got it
Yeah,
for you right here.
I don't think it's to award just his achievements in 2022. It just means that they've looked
It's that
at
year, but
everything. Yeah, it's been awarded that year, but it's not necessarily for contributions to gaming.
yeah,
Just
but
in
his contributions to gaming have been amazing. I mean, it was under his leadership that again Xbox got renewed, and it's moving forward. And we've had,
Mhm.
and as we were just talking about, we had the Xbox adaptive controller, and they've made more progress towards that, donating consoles and helping out kids in the
Yeah.
hospital, stuff like that. Under Phil, a lot of great things have happened. And
Even
there's been
now
that
in this
focus
generation.
and also providing more diversity and having more communication and talking.
Mhm.
Like he's done all that, and he's trying to push the industry forward into that, and that's just great. And I think that that's why he deserves the award.
I
you know,
think even like despite the lack of first party
20,
games being
yeah,
released
yeah,
or issues.
2022 bad year.
he's-
Yeah, I know.
But I think overall, I think he's done a lot of things with grace, and I think that deserves the award.
And
Oh,
right
most
now he's in the
definitely.
middle of a hard battle with Activision, so he's earned it.
Yeah.
Well, I got to be honest with you. The state that Xbox was in after
Shambles.
2013,
Mm.
when Phil took over, I got to be honest with you. It's so we knew that Phil wasn't. He wasn't that high up in the hierarchy of Microsoft or Xbox.
He was president of Microsoft Studios.
Correct.
He had Matt Booty's job.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
Right.
Matt Booty, yeah.
But to be given the reins like he was, and basically like Satya was like, "Here, save this." That's
And
got to
go
show
along.
a whole lot in how they felt, how they his character as a person to be given. We're gonna live or die on you. Here, do something.
Yeah, and it was funny because he hadn't had a leadership role to that extent ever, and they gave him the reins.
Mhm.
And I got to say that for having that happen to him, he's done a great job. And now Nadala, the head of Microsoft, is just now it went from like, okay, save it, wait, should we be on a gaming, to we're all in and we're not going to stop. Like that's a big change for the guy that runs the company.
Yeah.
So that just shows the changes he made. So again, well deserved in my opinion.
So
For sure.
while we're speaking Xbox and Phil and anybody other than me we were just talking about this last episode. Last week, we were all talking about when we thought Starfield was going to release. I heard everything from I didn't hear anything that was winter or spring. Everybody thought we're looking at summer, we're looking at fall, we're looking at possibly not even this year. Bethesda right now has the Starfield support page up on their website,
Mhm.
which means that they're testing.
Mm-hmm.
And Bethesda has never put a support page up for an upcoming product until 4 to 6 months before release. So we could be looking at, I mean, how do I want it to go down? I want it to go down as a shadow drop at E3. Like, there you go. What you got? But
So
That could be an interesting thing. Or
No,
they
no,
announce it like
so-
really close to E3, like after that, like in 2 days it's coming, get ready. That could also be a
Yeah.
great thing at E3.
So like here's the thing. I don't think that's going to be what's happening. I think it's going to be releasing on November. Why November? Because do you guys remember the trailer that they showed with the first release date? It said something like November 11th, 2021, the day where Skyrim was released, because they wanted to make a big deal of the 11th anniversary of Elder Scrolls V and all that kind of stuff. I think they're going to try to do something like that again with
Well,
the 12th anniversary of Skyrim.
typically I would agree with you, Fabio, but this is an official page saying that it will be happening between this time and this time. And usually when they do that, they always stick to that. They've almost never gone away from that once they say that. And that's Bethesda's history. So if they didn't do a page like that, it'd be like, okay, maybe that could happen. But they're saying it's gonna be in this first half, like done. And even Game Pass said that in secret, or like it was kind of a small thing, like first half of 2023. They said that back a long time ago. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be happening around E3, just going off that. But I get your point. If they didn't make that commitment, then I would probably agree with you.
I
our
just
number
want to
one
put up,
fan has something to say to you,
yes,
Bobby.
I saw
Also,
that. Like he made sure to write that down in capital letters just to say that I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah, and again,
sorry.
as Simber said, if the page wasn't saying that guaranteed 6 months, I would be like, okay, maybe that could happen. But no, that it's going to be in this first half. That's just that's the support page. That's directly from Bethesda themselves.
If I'm
So,
right, you are so going to hear it from me.
and when I'm right, you're gonna buy me a copy of Starfield.
Of course not. I'm going to be playing my copy of Star.
No, you're gonna no.
You ha-
You,
you have-
then you're gonna have to you're gonna put out a public statement saying
no.
I was right.
No, yeah, I was right. Thanks.
I'm gonna
he'll
record. I'm
he'll
gonna
take
record
the
this.
L. You'll have to take the L, Fabio, if you're wrong.
I will. No worries.
Okay, good.
Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
they're done
as
like that.
I said again, if it wasn't that
When's it gonna
6 month
come?
page, then I would say that
Yeah.
would be applicable. But
No,
there's
no,
that
but
6 month page.
but I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to be in November. I'm just saying that that's what I feel.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, but you heard it from that. What's that guy that tried to be like me? Umbra. Yeah, Umbra. So
Oh,
he's always trying to say something controversial to get his name out there, and I don't know why people give him credence. I really don't. I really don't. He's obviously a knockoff of me, but it's
Hey,
obviously going to be
hey.
in June. You know, the first half. You know, to June. It just sounds ridiculous from him to say, you know, November. I just don't. Oh crap! I didn't know he was inside the chat. Okay, whatever.
He is here, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's probably going to
Wait,
be June. It's
wait.
probably going to be around E3. That's typically, makes sense. And somebody was talking to me about, okay, could they delay it till fall? And I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen because the games
No.
are already being tested. And if they do that to us again, I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's going to be happy. I am not waiting to the end of the year again for a big game.
But
Like-
but Optimus, would you risk it to have a Fallout 76?
See, that's the difference. They already delayed to make polish. See, if they didn't already delay or they were road silent, they've been very communicative on this game. They shoot it off. Then they made the decision. Okay, no, we need to we need to push it back a couple of months, all these months, polish it, perfect it, get it out the door. And that's what they did. This is not something
Yeah.
we've seen from Bethesda before, and that's
Yeah, but it's something that we've seen from a company that never had a history like Bethesda and then fucked that up really badly, like Cyberpunk.
Well, we've gone over that. We've gone over the investors with Bethesda. We've gone over that they were trying to sell anyway. We've gone over that.
Fair enough.
And
Well,
everything previous to Fallout 76 ran and came out pretty well. So I'm confident in Bethesda.
No,
And the main team wasn't working on that game either. But
Yeah,
he-
and we've gone
I
over
heard the
this.
same thing you heard. Ultimate said it was really more of a cash grab because they knew they were going to sell, and and they tried to
Yeah,
run it
and
out.
that
the
ended
door
up
real
costing
fast.
them money in the end anyway.
I
But
gotta be honest.
Yeah.
And then I gotta be honest, the way Bethesda fixed Fallout 76 is like bravo because the game is quite enjoyable right now.
Yeah,
Mm.
they-
yeah,
kinda did.
and I wouldn't give Bethesda's corporate area that. I give the devs credit for that one. They just kept working on it and kept putting their heart and souls into it, fixing it,
didn't give
making it
up.
better, and
You didn't give up.
and they never gave up, and they just kept going. And now the game's actually pretty fun. I hear a lot of people have been enjoying it,
Oh,
which is
yes.
great.
It's
which is
just like
great.
it was just like with Elder Scrolls Online, but with Elder Scrolls Online it wasn't necessarily about bugs, it was about content.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls
Elder
Online again,
Scrolls-
another big game for Bethesda. And a lot of people have fun with that one too.
Yes.
Oh, my wife would disagree with you all. She would
Sorry.
say that Elder Scrolls
Sorry.
Online gets a regular amount of content.
No, but at the release that it was, where you had to pay a monthly fee to
Yes,
play,
he had a monthly
Yeah.
charge. Yep.
and not
That was ridiculous.
just like you pay $60 for the game, and you paid $15 a month to keep playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I think they were trying to
yeah.
work from the same similar business model to World of Warcraft because
I hate that model. I
Yeah,
hate
'cause-
that model.
it's because
Yeah.
of server maintenance and consistent content being released into the game, into the
Hey,
world,
DLC.
assets constantly being updated.
Pay
Server
DLC,
maintenance.
pay
We paid for
DLC.
Xbox Live Gold.
Okay.
I was about to say, yeah.
We're not getting games for that. Not any that are worth a damn. So we better be getting good servers.
Yeah, agreed on that one. Agreed.
Noof Nukem. What do you think about Starfield? Do you think that we're
Going to be
looking at
released
a June,
in the
July
beginning of the year?
release?
Or
It's a great question. I don't know. I mean, obviously, hopefully, they're at the point where they're again just finishing up the polish now, getting this ready to release. Personally, no, I have this weird feeling they may push it into the holiday, just because we don't really know what, essentially, outside of a couple of titles, what the real roadmap is for Microsoft this year. They haven't really given us a whole lot to work with in the past couple of months. And I do believe that there may be a few more games that could potentially come out to kind of pacify the fans. And Starfield, I don't know, it just feels like Starfield is meant to be a holiday window kind of game, right? Because it's probably one of the most hyped and anticipated titles in a long time. I mean, I guess at any point in time, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's just to maximize sales, maximize eyes on, bring it out during the holiday season. It's a great title to kind of push your console sales a lot, especially if they decide they're going to push Starfield with, a discount on the Xbox Series S again come Black Friday and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't slip into the fall, as long as they have games to kind of tide us over in the meantime. Then I think we'll be okay. Like if Redfall does drop a bit earlier here, and whatever else may come, and obviously 4 is expected for the summer, and like I said, maybe we'll see a couple of other surprises, games that are they've been keeping tight-lipped, but they are just about ready to come out. I think that would be great. So that's my honest thought. Is if it comes out sooner the better. I'm okay with that. That's fine by me. But if it comes out in the fall too, like as long as they got something to tide us over in the meantime. And they're pretty well certain, because I don't want to get like, okay, well, it gets delayed to November. Then November comes around, you kind of give you the old, well, it's gonna be 2024 now. If I hear 2024 about these games that should have technically been out in 2022, I'm going to blow a freaking gasket.
With Starfield, we're definitely not heading in that direction with the game already in testing internally. I mean, we got people playing the near finished product and everything else. That's why I'm just saying that I think they're going to stick to their first half. I don't think they move it off to holiday. I also think it's one of those things where you announce a big game, everyone's hyped for it, then you delay it, and then you delay it again, and everyone's like, another year. We've had games that we've gotten, we're just like that. Halo Infinite. We've had that. We're just irritated, and you're going to irritate the fan base. I think the fan base, especially on Xbox, is just getting a little tired of, you show us a great game, gets delayed 2 years. I think we're all getting a little tired of that, and I don't think they're gonna. I think that they're not going to delay it again. I think that it's done and done.
Yeah, I think this year is going to be, we're going to be past all that negative talk. If you look at the I will call it menu, because we're going to be eating good this year. I've said it to other guys in group chats. If you guys don't get ahead of your games early this month, you're going to fall behind, and you're going to fall behind hard. Got 2 games, it seems like, coming out every month until May. And then and possibly, like you said, with June, we don't know what's going on with June, but more than likely Starfield, which is going to really push everything back, because that's not going to be a game you're going to beat in 2 weeks, or excuse me, in a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe, because most guys have to work. But after that, you still got games that still drop. We still don't have a date for Stalker 2. I don't even know how long Atomic Heart's going to be. You got third-party games that are going left and right. And then you still got games on Game Pass, like the something game of Benedict Cumberbatch, whatever that is.
Lives of P.
Yeah, Lies of P. There you go. And I've been waiting for that game for so long.
And not even
so long.
And I mean, even if people do the Starfield, the first playthrough, one thing I'm known to do with like Bethesda games, I'll do the first playthrough, and then let's begin the second playthrough. I've done that a lot with Bethesda games. I don't know why. I go straight into the second playthrough sometimes, and I'll try to do different things and see what can I do with that. This ending change, this ending change.
6 months.
So
it has to be 6 to 8 months before I can go back to a Bethesda game. Only because I will play it so long, and for hours and days. I need a little break. Like I did with Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. I'm always behind in Assassin's Creed. I still haven't played Valhalla yet.
I
But I
can
played the
understand
other
that
ones.
burnout. Yeah, Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed was like one of those games because I played Origins, then we got to Odyssey, and then I played through Odyssey so much. Like I was so addicted, and you're just all those
Odyssey
hours.
was
Then you get
amazing though.
yeah, so great game by the way, amazing game. Odyssey was great, great characters, everything there. But I played so many hours, so many hours, so many hours, so many hours that once I got to like the third DLC, I just couldn't keep going, and I didn't
Yep.
completely finish everything till like
Yep.
3 months later. I got I got so burned out. And I do
Yeah.
that. I do the same thing with Bethesda games. I will go keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. Then I will have a massive burnout. I mean, and that just shows because I've had 6 different playthroughs on Fallout 4 and over 200 hours. So
God. And I love Bethesda games, so I'm with you with that. So I got you.
yeah. So I mean, so you got to think about that. So this year we're going to be busy. Either way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good points.
So I heard all those hours mentioned. I'm just curious. Do any of you all know what game you have the most hours invested in?
Yes.
Probably Skyrim for me.
I know because sadly mine has been my top played game for 6 years straight, and I still don't know how.
And
What's
that
that?
is
Somehow, Grand Theft Auto takes it every single year. I don't know how.
Really?
He lived in that game. He lived vicariously through that game. His penthouse became his home. Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm afraid of what I'm going to do in Grand Theft Auto 6, trust me. I'm
I,
afraid
keep you
of my
away from
life
that.
is just going to get sucked away. I really am.
That's
I'm gonna
what's
have
going
to say that me
happen.
and Noof just became best friends in this. That I was gonna say the game I played the most hours in has to be Mass Effect. I played through each game at least 10 times. At least 10 times. I
Damn.
played through Legendary Edition twice.
Talking about
and
Wow.
Talk about
Yeah.
Mass Effect. Do you guys remember the first time you played that series? Like the
Yes.
first time you went in and you started it. You remember like that feeling of this new world and all that. I was thinking about that because I remember just back when the EA app on PC was good under Origin. I remember seeing Mass Effect 2 was free one day, and I'm like, oh, cool game, whatever. I downloaded it, played it, and that was just like I was just blown away. I'd never played that series before, and I remember that. And it's just there's nothing like experiencing that series for the first time.
Yeah.
Great series.
To me, another series from EA, from BioWare as well, which gave me the same feeling as Mass Effect was Dragon Age.
I know a lot of people that are just Dragon Age like stands. Like, so I that. I haven't played it myself, to be honest with you. But I hear a
Like-
lot of people feel like that about
like-
Dragon Age.
Like you play Dragon Age Origins. It's just amazing. If you are a fan of tabletop RPGs, this is a must play, must buy, must have. Just
We went from amazing series like that to 2042. Yeah, EA's gone in a great direction.
yes. No, from an amazing series like that to Anthem.
I
Don't
love-
get me
Don't do
started
that.
on Anthem.
Don't
Don't
do
get
that.
us
I'm about to
started.
say,
That
I
is a
got some great
long.
EA.
That is a long conversation right there.
Yeah, I got some real great.
Well, what's next, Bob? What's next?
Yeah, Bobby, what's next?
So, there is a rumor going that Fable is being scrapped and restarted.
Bullshit.
It was complete lies.
Yeah.
They might be
I-
having difficulties, but I don't think they're just starting over from scratch.
See,
Forbes actually came out and Forbes of all people came out and said, "Nope, this isn't true." Like, which surprised me because they don't typically care about gamers. But okay,
Yeah,
thanks for looking out.
it was an interesting thing that rumor came out. One thing that was a red flag all the way was it said it'd still be coming out in 2 years. That was a red flag to like, okay, yeah, that can't be true. Like, if you're going to restart that much, it's going to take more than 2 years. No, it's still on track with the Forza engine, which we already know is very impressive. And maybe in the future, they may want to work with Unreal Engine 5 as one of the most used engines in the industry. But right now, we're still on Forza Tech.
Yeah, I think they're just ramping up production. I know that there's been a lot of job advertisements out there for the game, so I think that scared quite a few people with loud voices. So I wouldn't see it as a negative. I'd see it as a positive, and that this game is actually happening.
Yeah, it's I find it funny because they said the date where it had backed up is actually where they put out a job listing to work with Forza Tech for the project, which was another red flag. Like, it was like around the same time, so that made no sense. Nope. So it's still on track. I'm hearing good things, and just we'll get it when we get it. But just gonna say, I love the Fable series, really do.
Still, we have no idea when that shit's going to be released, right?
No, and it's still got a year or two to go. It's
You know
still
what
got
I
a little
think?
ways.
Though,
I
when you've been
think-
talking
I
about a
think
game
that-
now for 2 or 3 years, it's time to like show your fans something. Otherwise,
and
we
it'll
start
be
going,
E3.
what the
Agreed.
fuck?
It'll be E3, guys.
I'm hoping.
Relax. It's all right.
Yeah, this year we should be seeing. we
Like-
should be seeing something. I'm hoping Avowed too. Please. You know, Obsidian, my
Like-
favorite
Alright, Noob.
studio.
What
I want to say. I want
what
to
am I
see
reading
a-
here, Noof?
Gonna rename KY Bob the Bobby Big Balls, Triple B.
Fabio, you might want to rip up Noof's contract.
No, I'm
Oh.
the only one that's got the power to do that, bro.
Yeah, like I'm not the one who.
I signed a contract.
You have
Wait, you
now.
guys have got contracts around here? Wow.
I snuck into his house
Professional.
tonight. I grabbed his hand. I made him sign it.
What did I sign for? A
Make
hand
a
job
big
and a
X.
handful of jelly beans? What was it?
No, you signed to get the personal ability to look at KY Bob.
Just to get the ability to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just to get
that's
the
all.
ability to do
You
that.
made us all sign for that. Any
Wait,
royalty, therefore, forthwith, and all that stuff.
Yeah, the
Wait.
$2 that we'll make it. It all goes to KY.
God damn it, Bob. God damn, but are you finally going to kill this motherfucker? God.
I was looking
Oh
at
God.
I was looking at that.
Fabio.
I said he's firing at he's firing a freaking automatic weapon, and the dude is dipping it Matrix style.
Look at this shit, man. Yeah, they bullet sponge.
I was like, man, Rob, you want to leave him alone? He's the one.
You know what? You know what? If you're gonna be so critical, y'all do better. Y'all do better than him. Give me some footage of you playing better than him, and then.
Hey,
say
listen. Listen, Bob has said it before, and I said to Bob, like, hey, Bob, you want any? He said, listen, I only say that for one air. Don't take that serious. I was like, oh, okay.
You're just kidding.
I didn't get a chance to finish.
Yeah.
Oh, Timus. Oh, Timus.
Yeah, no. His gameplay has been, yeah.
This is a really
Oh.
rough patch in the game right here. I may have bit off a little more than I could chew going in this way. I die a lot.
Listen,
That's
Bob, don't take it
okay.
personal. I do it to everybody. I'm on their show. If I see a
Oh, I've
second,
had-
if
I've
I
had
see a
more
second of
than that,
bad
I'll
games, I'm
take
saying
that.
something.
I've had
Yeah, I do it to
I've had
RDX
horrible
too.
ones,
Yeah, I'll do it on RDX if I'm inside the chat too. Oh, I'll mention it. Believe me.
Bob, you just watch any gameplay of mine playing Halo Infinite. You are going to cringe so badly.
Well, that's because Fabio would throw the grenade at him and then run with the grenade. Straight,
Oh.
he'd throw the grenade at him and then he'd run straight into it. I mean, I could see him doing that. Just
No,
making a joke here. No, but
Let me correct.
But
I
yeah,
can't.
no,
I can't
no,
tell
no.
you how many times I have blown myself up with the rocket launcher in
Let-
Fortnite
let me
this week.
correct
It's
you.
been
oh
awful.
lord, I've blown
Yeah,
myself up with all
I
these
did.
weapons
Let me correct
across
you
the
there.
board.
Let me correct you there. I threw the grenades on a wall, and then I ran to the wall to
Oh.
get over.
Okay,
So
so he
your
thought he was
aim's
throwing
off.
the ball again. He thought he was just
Sorry.
throwing the ball, but he was throwing a grenade and he forgot.
Thank you.
Um,
You should see
Wow.
my gameplay. I tried
Umbra
doing the
gets it.
moonwalk and just dance one
Umbra
time, and
gets
everybody
it.
told me to put my
He
pants back
said
on.
he
so.
just will make sure the Lance at them. Lands-
Just- He just want to make sure it lands out. Oh yeah, he wants to guide the grenade.
I'm not
All
gonna
right.
lie, I've done that. I do that constantly on COD. Matter of fact, so much so
I
I don't
get
even use grenades anymore.
Here's the thing: the grenade needs to hit someone. If it can't hit the enemies, I'm going to hit myself or the allies.
I can just imagine him in multiplayer. It's just even worse.
Okay, my Bob's gonna stab
sure
people
friendly
there.
fire
You
is
can see that. He just runs up and shanks them.
Me and Bobby
Fuck
though,
bullets.
we need to
All
get.
about the
He needs to
knife.
play some
Horrible
Halo
style.
Infinite with me. He's got to get on some multiplayer. We got to play together.
It's horrible.
Rambo
Can't get no respect.
That's the moment
Telling
Bob
you.
regrets calling one here. Part of the show. So yeah.
Rambo style.
All right, all right.
Next topic. Next topic. Getting on track. Come on.
This topic is your topic, Fabio.
What are we talking about? Brazil milk, something
No,
like that.
no.
No, we're talking about
This-
beards and why Fabio can't do any well.
Okay, with this being the first episode of 2023, and after getting through 2022, what are our real world expectations for Xbox this year? How many first party games do we think they're going to be released, and are we done seeing delays? If they give us a date, are we going to get that date? Or
I think like when it comes to especially the release dates and the delays, I think it depends on the game. If it is a game that we saw like 3 years ago and it was announced 3 years ago, we are already tired of waiting. I'm talking about you, Everwilds. God damn it. Where is Everwilds? I want to play the next Rare game. God damn it.
You can forget that one. We talked about that one before.
You may be waiting a little longer.
A lot
Yes,
longer.
I know, but for fuck's sake, or at least give me some games or give me something else. I just don't want to see the old trailer that I saw before in 2020. Like,
Well, you got to
goddamn,
remember, shortly after that, they had to restart, and that was something that did happen. And I want to see the next Rare game too, but they're having some trouble.
yes, I know. They need an entire studio to take care of Sea of Thieves, but the rest, well, we'll see how it goes.
Don't worry, you and
But-
me will get on.
And when it comes to first part release games, I think we are going to be having, I don't know, I will be guessing like max 5 games this year. That's what I'll be.
5 would be a good expectation.
4
I
to 5.
think 5 would be about right, to be honest. Because we already know what we're gonna get. Starfield done, Redfall done. Other games I forget their names of right now.
Motorsports.
Motorsport.
Yeah.
Yep. We're gonna get those are 3 already guaranteed. Now we got 2 others we're gonna need there.
Yes.
And
yes,
we know there's games they're hiding in the pipeline. We know there's things that are coming.
of course.
But
of course.
do you know what they would be? I don't know. I don't hear that much.
Well-
I'm not. I don't have those sources. But
Well, when we're talking about real expectations and
real expectations, 5
no-
would be right. I
no
would
bold predictions, I'm going to be saying this. We are going to be having Rise 2 and Banjo-Kazooie. That's it. No, just kidding.
And
Just
Joe Kazooie. You know what? Even if we just get 3 games, do you know what I want in 2023? Activision deal done. Let's stop talking about it.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
move on. I am
Yeah.
falling apart bored with it. I am just
would be
that is
beautiful.
my gift. Say, that'll
I
be what I
had
get
to-
from the gamer gods. I mean, please.
I had a topic that was an update on all that crap, and I tossed it. I was like,
Yeah,
"No."
let's not. I'm so tired of talking about it. I'm so tired of it. I thought I was tired of talking about Bethesda. Then Activision showed up.
Bob, you know why I mentioned that this is a really dry week for off topics, because the only thing that I saw was these updates of the deal.
Yeah, and it's not even that big. It's not even like that big of a thing. Oh, they're extending their time to investigate. Yippee! So, it's just dragging on. How long did Bethesda take? A year?
No, it had
Yeah.
no, and like it didn't have that.
No, it looked like it took a whole year.
They
It
didn't
was
have
around a year.
It had
Yeah,
no
but yeah, I mean, for everything to be done completely, yeah, about a year. Like it
Like,
didn't extend
no-
through. Yeah,
it
But
had
now
no
it's just getting dragged.
No, but the thing is that the Bethesda deal had no obstacles in the middle of it. It was just we're buying it. Okay, we
Right,
bought it.
right.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I just wanted just easy. But no, we're gonna keep yelling at each other and talking about it. On all the platforms and all the social platforms. I'm tired. I'm done.
Yep.
Look, it's still news. There are still people out there that do care about it, and yeah, I think if they could get that deal done this year,
I
that'd
don't
be
think it's
fantastic.
I don't think it's a lack of caring. I think it's just fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
But I agree. I agree with you, Ultimus. If they could just get that done this year, and even if they only did the 3 games that they have actually announced,
That would just be
I
all
would
that
be happy
weight
with that.
gone, and
Yeah.
that would make it. But I think
think
we're
that
gonna
would be
have
successful.
breaking news: Microsoft just acquired Ultimus
that too.
Infinite.
Hey, he's just not burning bridges,
Hey, if they want to send me a Series S like Doom, I'm good to go.
Wait a
Oh man.
acquire
So
Ultimate.
Microsoft has actually even expressed their
They're
urge to
irritated
want
as
to go
well.
over this whole regulatory deal. We're just going to go over you, and we're going to buy it, and you can take us to federal court.
Yeah, I saw that they might just close and just call it even at this point.
It's just it's just because I think it got to the point where there has been so many lies to try to avoid this deal
It's
to conclude that Microsoft is saying, you know what, fuck you, we are getting this, you like it or not.
my biggest peeve I get tired of, and it's in the government and it's with older people and all that. I hate it when people that don't play games try to justify decisions that make no sense. Or they try to act like they know this and they're all updated. Then they mention games from 2001. I
Yeah,
mean, they're so. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
even
They're
with the
so. They're not
situation.
even involved. They're out of it, and they're trying to act like they know. They know what they're. You know what I'm saying? People.
Okay,
I'm just.
new topic.
But
So
yeah, irritating.
there is it's not really speculation. There are repair shops over in Europe that are seeing this firsthand. They're seeing PS5s that are used standing vertically failing because of the
Mm.
liquid metal. The seal around the APU fails, and the liquid metal drips past the seal onto the board and fries your system, or so much of it leaks out up against the seal, doesn't make it out of the seal, but enough of it leaks out so that your system gets too hot. So they're recommending everybody these repair shops that have showed pictures of the liquid metal and where it's dripped to, and where it's gotten out of the seal, and where it's up against the seal, or just left the surface of the APU and not made it that far yet. They're advising everybody to lay your PlayStations down. Yes.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, because when you see all the promotional stuff about PS5s, whenever it's photographed vertical. So that makes me feel like they either don't know, they don't know about this problem, or it might be just a batch of them that are like this. And I feel like if it was a legitimate issue, wouldn't they go through and talk to people?
Yeah, that is the weird part of it. I remember in 2020, some people talked about this. They warned us about this early on, that the liquid metal would be a problem and that they were seeing this already, and everyone seemed to kind of ignore it. And now it might be coming to light again that this actually is causing problems, because it makes sense. If you look at how the liquid metal, especially when you put it on PCs, you make sure it's flat and you make sure that it can't go anywhere, and that makes sense, especially with how hot the chips can get. I can't say that I can't say that this isn't definitely a possibility that could be happening. So I mean, if they're just
they're
ignoring
in
it,
a lot of trouble.
then this could be a Xbox 360 style Red Ring of Death problem. This could potentially be along those lines, but we're not seeing that many things fail yet. But it could be happening more and more now, we will see. It's been 2 years. Some people who just bought their the PS5 at launch. Maybe this is happening.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, there's already been issues just software wise, hardware. I mean, I could imagine this could be happening, but we'll just have to see. We will. But no one's kind of just saying anything about it. It's kind of just a sidelines thing.
Well, that's what happens when media favors.
Oh, yeah,
particular
that's
people.
true. There's no real coverage of it as well. If IGN and these people, don't want, they don't want to, then they don't have to. And
Yeah.
What do you
of
mean
course,
by
if
that?
it happens to Xbox, it's the front page news for 3 months. If
Can
this
you
was-
imagine?
Yeah, if this was, I'll just say this: if this was, and I'm just, the media is biased. I'm not gonna pretend like they're
Mm.
not. If this was Xbox's thing and we were seeing videos like this, it would have already been on IGN tonight. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Oh yeah, they would have stopped
Oh.
the presses for that one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be painfully honest. I mean, I've already have a lot of problems with IGN already, but they're just like one of those people that I know would already have had it up for Xbox, but would just say nothing for PlayStation.
So I'm actually going to find this photo and put it on the screen for everybody to see of the liquid metal.
I mean, I'm sure there's a possibility of everything, but there's always the anomalies with every console out there. That
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
thing, and it's like everything. You got millions of people that are happy with their console and never complain about it, and they've got them upright and they got them laying down, and then of course you got a very small percentage of the public that will, obviously see some faults, or tech companies that will see faults, and they make it sound like it's on every console, but yeah, it does make sense from a logistics standpoint. Sure, if something's going to be vertical, stuff's obviously gravity's going to make it drip to the bottom. I could definitely see how it could be a problem, but yeah, I don't think it's a widespread thing, and I'm sure people will blow it out of proportion. And yes, you're all right. If it was an Xbox thing, I'm sure it would be magnified a lot, and people would be like, "Oh my God, your system's going to melt,"
Yeah, it would be the kind of thing. So looking at the photo, you can kind of tell how it is leaking down, at least on
Yeah.
when it's on the motherboard. And I looked at this, and I've seen the inside of the PS5 before in other situations. And so this is definitely a possibility. Maybe it's not happening mainstream. Maybe this might be a small thing, but it definitely is possible because, again, that thermal paste, or I can't remember, the liquid metal, I'm sorry, that they put on it can heat up to the point where it can start falling down again. That is possibility.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of factors here. You have to think about the conditions of the actual place the PlayStation is. Like that,
Yeah.
it's loud and it gets very hot. And I have mine, it's not stuck under a shelf, with a wall behind it or anything like that. Mine's out in the open. So I can imagine that these machines would get extremely hot if they're not well ventilated.
It could
I'm
also
sure-
be conditions. Agreed.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Good
it's-
example. Sorry.
Oh, I'm just saying there's a lot of factors that we need to consider here, not simply just, is it the actual hardware itself?
If stores are reporting this, I could probably say why this is happening. One thing I've seen at stores, like at my local Target and other things, they'll put the PS5 in a contained plastic box, keep it on, and stuff like that. So if you have it in a contained area where it's not getting enough air to go through, and it's always hot anyway, like I felt like the glass, it's hot, then that could be just a conditions thing. Most people keep it, like I do all my consoles and my gaming in my PC here. It's in an ample room with lots of air. So that could be it.
Yeah.
It could have just been they kept it somewhere where it's not getting enough air, it got too hot, and that happened. And that might make more sense. So that's probably why we're not hearing it that much, because most people don't, give it enough.
No one would ever admit, like, they've never cleaned out the fans. They've it's a teeny tiny, dank gaming dungeon. Like no one would say that.
No one's gonna go out there and put and say they're doing that. Myself, I treat my consoles like fine china very much. They always have enough space. They always have enough
I'm
air.
just imagining you polishing them.
Yeah, I don't polish. I keep it wiped, but I dust it out and I take care of it.
And you should.
Yeah. I don't like these things. I invest when I invest. I make sure that my investment's long term. So keep it clean and all that. And then there have been issues that have happened with the Series X that also on the PS5. Like again, the PS5 might have this chip thing. They've had some software issues where it crashed the thing. When Xbox Series X launched, it had a disk drive problem. Kind of still does.
I remember that.
We all remember that. Mine kind of still makes a little bit of a noise, but it works perfectly, so I just don't care. But my first one did have a big one, and I had to send it back. So that's the one I have next to me is not even my original, and I've had to get it replaced. I think I replaced it 3 times. My Series X in the beginning.
So I do want to throw my 2 cents in here. I do have a master's in electronic engineering, and I'm going to tell you right now that the PS5 was engineered very badly. So they basically, what you do is take the Series X and the Series S for an example. They engineered, they're using the vapor chamber, they're using the natural flow of heat. They're not trying to force it. They're just helping it out the top. Okay. So they found a way to accomplish the cooling that they needed with hotter equipment instead of just making the heat sink bigger for the more heat you were going to generate, which is what PS5 did. They said, okay, this APU uses more wattage. It's going to, and wattage in return gives you more heat. So we're just going to make the heatsink in the fan bigger. And they use liquid metal because liquid metal has got a higher heat transfer rate, so they can get the heat off the APU and into this massive heatsink even faster. So yeah, engineering was definitely it was not at the forefront of this console, and I don't know. I hope that it's not an issue because I do hope I'm getting a PS5 here pretty soon.
Do you think if they made it bigger, that would improve it? I know it's already massive.
Yeah, I think
skyscraper.
I would say for design, just like I'm not KY. I don't have that background. But one thing I think that with the design, they kind of went for flashy a little bit more than actually just making sure the thing ran correctly. That's my 2 cents.
A good analogy for for common folk would be, we've got these 2 trucks, and this truck uses so much more gas than this other truck. What do? Oh, we make the bed bigger so we can put a bigger gas tank in it. That's what PlayStation did.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good analogy, actually.
And instead of actually making the engine more efficient so that it was better.
Yeah, like obviously, I'm sure there were many talks between, because there's clearly a engineering department and obviously a design department in regards to what the actual console looks like. So I'm guessing there was a massive fight between how big the console is and what it looks like.
I wonder how the PS4 Pro was for them.
Let's
talk about the PS4 Pro. I think it would be another show that their engineering might have been a little.
Just make
funky.
the fans go faster.
Just make the fans.
It's getting ready to take off now. Just go faster.
Horizontal. Isn't that really the thing it was really saying, that more of their horizontal have the issue than, or is it vertical? I forgot now.
No, vertical has the issue, and they're recommending
has the issue
that we when we use it, we do it.
What they're trying to say is the PlayStation 5 likes it lying down.
I lie mine down anyway, so I didn't have enough space for that freaking tower of power, I guess you like to call it. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Clearly, like there's obviously a point where you're going to make it just enormous, and and in order for it to work effectively, so clearly you have to go back to how it's engineered and fix that problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
just
Yeah, I
got
think
off
they'll
that
have to change the
phone
whole
with.
design on the
I just
outside.
got off the
Just
phone with Fabio, and his notebook froze. He's waiting for it to boot back up.
wait, he's watching the Notebook while we were on doing the show.
No, I believe he uses a notebook for the show, but it froze on him.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I know he raved about the Notebook, so I wasn't sure. Okay, all right.
That's all right.
Killing me,
Maybe.
bro. Killing
You
me.
love that movie.
Could be back soon. So yeah, it probably is a mixture of both, but for a console that was advertised as vertical and it's supposed to look all
Yeah.
flashy and great, and the side it looks horrid, I think that would have been a massive mistake. But again, it could just be environment, and that's the only
Yeah.
time where it gets really bad. Or this could be something that comes up in the next year and a half. It's a lot of
And
PS5s
it's
start
crazy
failing.
because you can tell that it was definitely. So talking to people that lay their PS5s horizontally, they'll tell you it was definitely not meant to lay horizontally. It kind of feels like a knee-jerk reaction to where, hey,
It's
we'll make
curved.
this. Yeah, it's like we'll make
it's
this
curved.
stand that you can use this
It's
way.
the way. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's the
And
way
we're
it's
going to
That's
do
not
designed.
the
this
way.
because Xboxes can go both ways, so we have to make sure ours can go both ways.
I think that was
But
yeah.
don't make the
Xbox
sides
was
curved. Like
yeah.
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think they looked at that. They did that whole design. They're like, "Uh-oh," and then they just added that weird stand thing,
And
and
it
then
was too late.
that was
It
It was already too late.
Yeah.
And with that, I think the funniest thing with Series X is that it's kind of the same way. It was designed to be vertical, but it's just a quick little thing. You can also make it horizontal, but it's designed to be vertical.
Can I
Let's
just
stick
say
rubber feet on
the
the side.
series? No,
Yep,
the
just
series.
quick
The
rubber
Series
feet.
S. The Series S has rubber feet on both. If you have it horizontal or vertical, it has it on both sides. So, and you know that you can have it up. or
Yeah, and then that's a simple design. They designed it for as for the Series X. It designed it for both. It was easy. And you can have it either way without having a heart attack about whether your PS5 is going to explode or whether your Series X is going to explode. I meant,
Mm.
it have problems. Series X is going to have
But
any
moral of the
problems.
story: clean your fans.
Yeah,
Put it in a
Clean your
well
fans.
ventilated area.
spend the $15. Go get the can of air. Clean your fans. Take your
Right.
Xbox outside. Do a quick cleaning. It'll save you money in the long run. And apparently, it's front page news. Riskit is driving.
We are blessed. We are truly blessed.
Yes. We have been blessed by the presence of royalty.
Oh, and Riskit too.
Oh
So-
my! You boys need to settle down.
Yeah,
Oh,
guys, settle down.
goodness.
Settle down in the chat,
But
guys.
you-
Settle down.
So I settle down in the chat, Mr. Bush. I've been following that chat, and you've been fanning
are
the
a
flames in that
catalyst.
chat.
First off, let's understand one thing. I was hacked during that time. I'm
Yeah,
commenting
right.
on
Yeah, he
that
got
now.
hacked, and I'll just say this: he may have been fanning the flames, but Noof Nukem was starting the fight.
What did I do? I haven't done shit tonight. I've been a good boy. I'm my best behavior.
Oh,
Okay, I'll
Riskit.
read your most recent thing you said.
Whoa, that's unnecessary. I mean, if people
Riskit,
want
tell
to
us
read
in the
it.
chat. Do you have your PS5 horizontal or vertical?
Oh, it
Because
should
we've
actually
been
be.
arguing that point for ages now.
Hey, Riskit, I heard about you.
It should be. Do you have a PS5? It hasn't exploded yet.
He does. He does. He does. He does have one. He's a pony. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, I
No.
think so too. Yeah, I think so.
All joking
Undercover.
aside, like that was. I'm just hoping that's not a big problem. But if it
Yeah.
was, then that's a big design flaw in them. But I mean, I just hope it's not a big deal because I have a deep love for PlayStation and all that, and I love playing the games, and I want to get a PS5 here soon because they got a lot of fun things coming. Same thing as KY Bob. So I'm just hoping that this is not a problem at all.
Yeah, let us know, chat. That's yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I've never applied liquid metal to anything in my PC, So I don't have to. I got a Thermal Grizzly Carbonaut pad between my my cooler and my CPU.
A pad is where?
It's a carbon pad. It actually it's got
Oh.
yes, it is just a few thermal watts
Sorry.
below.
Oh,
looking
no.
at-
Oh my.
You know, this is why me and Umber have a fun time on Twitter. That right,
That was funny, right?
That's
me and
big
him
brain.
have a lot of fun.
That
Me
is
and him
big
have a lot of
brain.
fun.
Oh man.
Oh,
Man,
For
this
those
is
that I gotta show it. There you go.
yeah. You gotta put it up. You gotta put it up.
Wrong one. There it is.
I was about to say that's not it. There we go.
oh my
I had to
days.
laugh out loud now.
Yeah,
when I
that
read
was.
Come
that
You know, if I
was-
would have
that was
known
fun.
that,
risk
I
it.
would have
You
just
gonna
done
take
that in the first place before actually going out and buying one.
Oh, it was funny. This guy. It was like
At
it was the
least it's
beginning when
backwards
it was the
compatible.
beginning when the next gen consoles launched, and this guy took I think a binder and 2 pieces of white paper, put it together, and said, "I got a PS5."
Yes,
it
yes,
just-
I remember
Yeah, I
seeing
saw
that.
that.
They did that. Another guy took a literal VHS and did that too. I mean, it was. Those were great times, and then there was the fridge meme, but Xbox just made their own fridge, so they
Yeah, that.
Yeah, how
You
about
know what?
that?
PlayStation
You know
should have just
what?
put out a
I
binder
I
series
have-
like that for that fun.
That fridge is
Oh, you have
crap.
one
I
of
have
those,
the Xbox Mini fridge.
Jimmy?
It's great. Pardon?
I
I
want the
tried
one
to
that
get one of
Snoop
those. I
Dogg
said, "Do you
got.
have one of those?"
Yeah, I haven't got the full size one. I've got the smaller one, and it's.
Yeah, I
on-
wanted the smaller one. Yeah,
Hold on. Do you want me to hold it up? Oh,
yeah, hold it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's show
Oh.
off the fridge.
it's like right here. It's right here. Look, it's right here.
man,
It's
like
empty.
it's
It doesn't
half
have
the,
anything in it at the
it's
moment.
twice the size of regular series X. It looks like.
I want one.
Well, hold on. I'll just unplug it.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
think the mini was like a little cheaper, like
Nice.
Nice.
$70.
It's really.
Let's ju-
Hold on. I'll.
It was 100 at first.
I thought that was the regular that was 100.
How many go? How many can fit in there?
It will fit 6. Like mini cans.
Sodas.
Mini,
And
hold on,
looks like it
this
fit
one.
like up to 4 regular.
I'm not sure
or
what
maybe
they want
6
to
regular.
put in here. Hold on, to give you a size. Hold on, I'll put. Do you want me to put a controller inside? I'll put a controller inside.
Oh yeah,
can't
there's
fit.
not a lot of room in there.
Okay, for size. I can't believe I'm doing
Oh yeah,
this.
that's barely a can.
So
Hey,
if I
we
come
gotta,
home
No,
we
with
gotta
I
that,
show,
thought I'd
we
get
gotta
one
show
of
the
those-
chat. We
It
gotta
ain't
show the
going
chat
in
what
there.
we have. We gotta show the chat what we have.
I'm not gonna lie. It still doesn't. It doesn't keep me away from wanting to buy one. Still though.
No, if you're,
So
but this sits on my desk quite. Well,
Boba Fett just reminded me of something I didn't bring up when we brought up VR. I never brought that up. I should have done that. So unless we have anything else, unless we're going to continue talking about fridges, I want to bring this up really fast.
yeah, go ahead and bring it up because we're getting ready to go into outros
All
here in a
right.
few minutes.
Perfect. So PSVR 2 will not have backwards compatibility. So all those
yes, that's
PSVR
true.
games that you already have, you're not getting on PSVR 2, which is kind of ridiculous.
that's slimy. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up,
Mm.
and I should have. And that's just and that just shows another thing that Xbox is just doing well no matter what.
Hems
is the
just fixed the
backwards-
problem. Just put your PlayStation in the fridge.
Perfect.
There you go.
Done.
Put a little fridge around it. There you go. Put a lot of cooling pads on it. A couple of ice packs.
Noof, I don't know if you have an air conditioner on or it's really cold where you are, but yeah, it does develop frost. If the room is cold, it also develops frost if you keep it on all the time. So they're actually
I
Really?
turn
designed to
mine
be
off
kept
as
on
soon
all-
as soon as the drinks are out. I turn it off and keep it off until I put more drinks back in.
Wow.
Okay.
So
But
that
I do
thing is
find
looking like if
it
come
doesn't
home-
Okay.
doesn't really make anything really cold, and like I said, it gets a lot of condensation inside and stuff, which obviously is going to create mold and other problems after a while. So
Hmm.
Yeah, so there's the
I-
pros
I
and
look-
cons there.
it feels like it's more of I don't know, more of a gimmicky thing as opposed to a
Right.
functional fridge.
Hey,
It
I
was-
can plug this
That
into my
kind of
car.
was.
Yeah. What
Sorry,
you saying, Julie?
you can plug it into your car as well.
Hey, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
cool.
It's got a USB
It's
thing
not-
in the front. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
with the smaller ones, we're kind of gimmicky. It was fun though.
Look, it is.
It's,
Yeah, it's gimmicky.
It's not like
It
we're
was. Yeah, it was.
it's not like we're Snoop Dogg and we get the big one in his in his garage. We're not we're not that kind of thing.
Right.
Although that was so cool that they did that anyway.
I have to
I
give
did want to
them
bring
that
up.
because I would never thought they would have jumped on top of making that into a fridge that fast. That was
Yeah,
actually
they
pretty
were.
quick.
I think Phil looked at it that day and said it just called.
You know
people.
what?
It just was like, we're doing this.
Yeah, unless their contractor, whoever they got to make them, came up with the idea just as fast. Like, hey, look, we could do it, and we could do it for this amount.
And they did it, and that was funny. And that was funny. I like that. Same thing with the Craig memes with Halo Infinite. They just went into it. Now Craig's a rock star, so I mean, I do enjoy that type of thing.
Mm. No, it was great.
So Fabio has joined the podcast again. I finally get around to it 10 minutes after he's come back. You know,
Hey, Mac,
what a
you can
great
send me
host
that,
I am.
Mac, you can send me that fridge if you don't want it. Instead of complaining about it on.
Whatever he's
The live
offering, I'll
YouTube.
offer $1 more.
God, and then I looked at
Shit.
Noof's
Shit.
next comment, and it's like, wow.
Look, they have a warranty.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's just a little too much to show up here. I think that's just
But
a
you know
little
what?
too much.
Doomy, I think it just wasn't designed that well. The way it sounds,
Mm,
it just sounded like it just was a quick design, and
yeah.
I think
It might have
but-
been, and there's also there's bad apples and everything. That could have been that too. I'm hearing good
I
and
don't know.
bad.
It seems like all of you are saying the same
I've read
thing.
reviews. I've read reviews. Some people have said good and bad. So I mean,
Okay.
either way, it's just funny. Either way, it's funny. It's just funny.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
my
Hour and 50 minutes later. I think it's time to get out of here. Go live life and kiss babies and stuff, whatever everybody does. You know,
What?
I don't know what you've been doing,
Who's
but
running for
okay.
president?
you know, if your aspirations are to be president, then you will kiss babies. Yes.
The only two things presidents do: live
Oh,
life.
I
kiss
could
baby.
I'm
make
not actually
and wait.
playing it. It's tabbed. All right, it's tabbed.
I could
I'm
make
in
an
the middle.
evil joke on what you said, KY, but I'm not gonna do it.
Tab.
Oh,
I don't have a controller in my hand. I haven't this entire time.
Good looking out, Pete. Good eye, Pete.
That's right.
I'm
I
stuck
never
in a
really pegged
confrontation with
Pete this
someone,
way.
and I didn't want to lose my progress.
watch that helmet fly off! Wow.
Physics.
Mm,
Dog
with an
helmet.
F.
Physics of a
right,
Michael
that's right,
Bay
that's
movie,
right.
but still.
Michael, does he even still make movies? Anyway,
Physics.
Go
Hey.
now, put your helmet back on. Do it.
Yeah. Go on. Do it. And if you don't have it, if you don't have the strength to do it, you got to get man strength. Man strength to put the helmet on.
oh, real quick, Bobby, before we do outros, you mind if I mention the award thing real quick for next week or how it's supposed to go, whatever?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Go
all
ahead.
right. So, me and a couple other guys were working on a project. Everyone was complaining about the Game Awards last year, and the first thing popped up in my mind, and I agree, is that the Game Awards should be done in January. And then I thought to myself, well, why don't we all just do our own Game Awards as podcasters? And so, I've reached out to some guys, and they love the idea, and they're included into it. So I've talked to a few guys today too, for some other details. But next week we will be discussing part of the show. What we all are going to do is discuss our nominations and the ones we would choose for our nominations. And every other podcast may be doing the same thing. It depends on what they have scheduled, but I know that's the plan, though, that we all discuss what we have nominated as part of the show. It doesn't have to take up our whole show, just part of the show. And then the week after, each pod will get a chance to announce two. Well, it depends on if anybody else jumps in the last minute. One or two of the winners, and all the way until the last week, we'll announce Game of the Year. So that's all.
I like that idea.
That's right.
Cool.
No, I really like that idea personally.
Eat your heart out, Keely.
Yeah, we all. I just keep hearing everyone complain and saying the same thing about it. Like, we all enjoy it just really for the trailers, but
Yeah.
the validity we give it, none of us really give it that much, and a lot of it we feel is a bias. So I was like, all we do is just do our own then, and do it when
So,
we
Bushido,
think
is
it should
this
be
your
done in
baby?
January.
Yeah, there
this
was
your
one
idea?
award that I was so furious when they did it that I was
God.
I couldn't have, I was just like, are you serious? But it's whatever.
Right.
Goodness gracious.
Are you serious? Is what I'm thinking right now with this last combat Bob had on his gameplay. God damn it! What just?
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Like, did you really zoom that? Like, the guy was right in front of you. Did you really use your sniper
I wasn't
aim
gonna say nothing.
just to shoot at him?
I was gonna keep my mouth shut.
All right, Pete.
All
Thanks
right.
for stopping
If
by.
you don't know how Sniper Elite 5 works, okay? So you hit the left trigger. If you're not toggled out of zoom, you have to hit A to toggle out of zoom. So in
What?
I was in a little bit of a tiffy, and I hit left trigger, and I froze, and I couldn't quite find the A button, because I don't know what they are without looking at them. And so I just stayed in scope mode. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
I'm a fraud. I'm not a real gamer. I don't know where the buttons are on the Xbox remote without actually looking at them. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wow, and that just went right on by. Like, yeah, we believe him.
Oh, you're gonna get
Hey, you know
grief
what?
after the show, but
Switching from PS5 to Xbox controllers quite often will do that. So,
it's that X button between PlayStation and Xbox. I get confused so
Yes.
much.
Oh, it's
Every
a
and
damn
then if
single
you play
time.
Switch
me
as
off.
well,
Oh
if you play
Lord, I
Nintendo
can't
Switch,
even
that's
imagine
a
that
whole
one.
new world.
Yeah.
So,
But it's that X
it's all
button.
right.
It drives me nuts.
Look, see, that's it. That's the reason. That's the shame.
Yeah, Nintendo had to be the only ones to move the X and the Y buttons to completely sort of opposite thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they've
All right,
always
guys.
had it done like that, though. So
Crazy.
I do have to jump off.
Okay,
Bob.
let's
Let's
go.
get
then.
let's get outros going.
Let's go.
All
Start
right.
with our guests.
Ultimus Gaming. Where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter as always. And yeah.
Ah, nice.
Oh,
Great.
Noof Nukem. Brother, where can people
Yes,
find
sir.
you at?
same as always, Noof Nukem pretty much everywhere. And obviously, I'm not doing gaming after dark anymore, so you will find me right here on Game Set Live with these cast of characters, and of course on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Mountain Time for Good Morning Xbox with another crazy ass crew of cats over there. So that's about it for me, man. Hopefully do some more streaming here real soon. I'll keep you posted, but until then, it's just goofing with Noof, baby. Woo!
All right. Our special guest this evening and in her neck of the woods this morning, Doom
Yes.
Cutie. Where can people find you, darling?
You can find me Doom Cutie pretty much everywhere, except for Xbox. I changed the iTool one. Sorry to digress on this, but the actual Doom Cutie, this name is taken on Xbox, but the person hasn't logged in for 8 years. I can't take that name, but
They
anyway,
need to
I
fix
digress.
that.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah. Anyway.
The guy that has
Uh,
my full name hasn't been on for 10.
Oh, what really? You know what? We should start a petition. Or right, I don't know. How do you make change these days? I don't know.
I don't know.
There's just two people
You threaten to
signing.
leave and then you don't leave.
I mean, I can get dealer to call Phil, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just dealer, if you're watching, yeah, just give Phil a call. Ask him.
But the next time he calls you, bring it up.
He doesn't call me. Yeah, Doom Cutie. Twitter, Instagram. I have a Twitch which I'll be starting streaming again next week, which will be awesome. If you don't follow me on YouTube, please do that because there'll be some new stuff up there on the regular coming this year, which I'm really excited about. But thanks so much for having me and your lovely panel, lovely chat, and the Xbox Infinite crew that came by to say hello. Fantastic to have your support as always.
Including the one that came by to show us his royalty. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Yes.
And Mr. Bushido, sir, where can people find you?
I didn't do it. Oh, I was oh wait, yes, where they can find me. They can find me on the Xbox, the Twitters, PlayStations, the same thing, Miss Mosquito and 7. Wednesday nights you can find me on the Spooky Sprocket show, which is called what's the real name? Backlog Bastards. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then here the next night on the KY Bobby show.
KY Bobby. Yeah.
Oof.
Mr. Fabio, where can people find you at, sir?
Well, you can find me on Twitter as FBOAmori97 is on the screen. You can find me as well on Xbox as BullFunLizard8, and you can find me not just here on Game Set Live, but you can find me working on something, editing some videos, having some RPG sessions or funny gameplay moments with the crew over the Xbox Live Party podcast.
And if you're in Brazil, you'll find him wandering
Fuck off.
around the plains looking for milk.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
And this is KY Bob. You can find me I play my real-time strategy games. I play my Command and Conquers on Origin, which is an EA service. I play Star Wars, Empire at War. I play it on Steam. I play by myself because I don't have any friends on Origin or Steam. But so look me up on Origin and Steam. It's KY Bob. There may be an underscore between the Y and the B. But yeah, look me up there. Twitter is down below. YouTube, KY Bob. Xbox, PlayStation, KY Bob. And you can catch me tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be chilling with the Xbox Infinite crew down under. That's right.
I know. Woo, woo.
Can't
So
wait
exciting.
for that. I guess we'll see everybody next week. It was great to see everybody tonight, and it was great to be seen by everybody tonight. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. And we do have games on
Night.
Xbox.